Namaste. Career Astrology, Mamata Banerjee, the darling of Indian politics, and her changing planetary alliances. In our ongoing Career Astrology series, today we will study the horoscope of Mamata Banerjee, a true martyr manush, meaning deeply down to earth. Her heart is filled with motherly and sisterly affection for all. Her legendary slogan, Ma Mati Manush, translates to mother, motherland, and people, a cause to which she has genuinely dedicated her life. Moreover, the name Mamata means full of motherly love and affection and compassionate and highly compassionate without any religious or gender bias, which is truly depicted in her actions, an unbiased mother or sister, as you like to call her. Astrologically, she was born under Saturn's Mahadasha, perfectly reflecting an early life shaped by immense struggle and grit. Yet she went on to earn an MA, a B.Ed, and an LLB academic degrees, personally authoring over 1000 books. An unafflicted Mercury Mahadasha during her formative student years beautifully justifies this academic brilliance, especially at a time when Kolkata stood as India's premier hub of education in the 1960s and 1970s. Let us study her horoscope from a career perspective. Let us study her horoscope from a career perspective, which I prepared after obtaining her astrological birth details through an internet deep dive with the help of artificial intelligence. It is her birth chart along with Dashamsha. She is an unmarried, childless, and lives her life like a poor, ordinary citizen, has no dwelling house in her name, and wears white cotton sarees like a sannyasi, like a sannyasi, which is reflected in our horoscope with an afflicted Venus in Papkartari in the fourth house, fourth lord Saturn in the third house, seventh house afflicted by the sixth lord Jupiter, affliction to the seventh lord Mars by Saturn, and Ketu occupying the fifth house of children. So, since it is an advanced astrological career course, astrological career course, you can say, I am teaching free of cost to all of you. So, Ketu is in the fifth house, you see, in our horoscope, which denies children, but may give umpteen followers. She started her political career as a student leader, which is clearly seen from the conjunction of Saturn, fifth lord of students, and the Sun, 11th lord of student leaders, in the third house of emotional attachment of the fellow students with her. Means fifth house is of students studies. From fifth house, the seventh house, which is the 11th house, is the house of fellow students, and the emotional attachment of the fellow student is seen from the 11th house, is seen from the 11th lord 11th house, and the fifth house, third house, is seen from the third house of emotional attachment of the fellow students with her, or with their leaders, student leaders. This yoga is there in our horoscope. We can clearly see in the birth chart. A debilitated moon in the second house. See, the moon is in the Scorpio, in the second house, shows her weak financial condition, and she is no match financially with the capitalist BJP and Congress leaders. She is a financially poor political leader of the country who doesn't even have a house or a vehicle. Really a matir manush, means down to earth. She won the Lok Sabha elections 7 times out of the 8 contested, and MLA seats thrice out of the 4 contested. Out of the 4 contested, which is evident from the fact that her number 1, 10th Lord Moon is in conjunction with the 9th Lord Mercury, forming Dharma-Karma-Adhipati Raj Yoga, a very strong variant of Raj Yoga, coupled with number 2, 8th house of Pisces, which is the 9th house of luck, and number 2, the 6th house of Pisces, I have delivery mistake, delivery of words. 6th house of Pisces, which is the 9th house of luck, from the 10th house of professional career, and number 3, the 8th house of Taurus, which is the 11th house of growth, from the 10th house of professional career, are unafflicted. Note down all those things, whatever I have narrated. Note down. Nobody will tell, nobody will divulge this kind of astrological tips or secrets. When you will analyze the horoscope of a person on career perspective, you make it a point to analyze the 6th house, which is the 9th house of luck from the 10th house, and the 8th house, which is the 11th house of expansion in career. How much expansion is there in career? If these are unafflicted, you will get good result in your profession. There will be expansion, growth in your career. In case of the unafflicted 8th house, and 6th house, if not unafflicted, then there will be luck in your career. Luck plus gain. in the career. Jot down, nobody will tell you in future other than me. Even in paid classes, you are not going to learn all those things. Whether you wish to view my video or not doesn't matter me. Because my mission is to reach Hindu astrology across the globe. It doesn't matter me whether you learn or do not learn, whether you watch or go away to see something like Dainik Rashifal or Gochor, which is totally baseless and cannot be predicted anything with the help of this Rashifal and Dainik Rashifal and what is called Gochar, unless you have a birth chart with you. Even with birth chart, many incompetent astrologers cannot predict any event. They find it quite difficult. Well, forget about predicting event merely with the help of Gochar or transit or Dainik Rashifal. I think none of the Dainik Rashifal results come as true. None is my challenge. Her mind always remains preoccupied with the anxieties of welfare for the people of the country, which is evident from the fact that the fourth house, look at the horoscope, from the fact that the fourth house of mental peace is occupied by a directionally strong Venus, which will give beautiful thought of welfare for the people. But afflicted by the tension-giving Mars, anxieties for the welfare of the people. Anxieties for the welfare of the people. In this way, we analyze horoscope. For analyzing horoscope, you need analytical bent of mind. It is not written in any astrological book. You have to find out by getting clues from selfless teacher like me. Let us now examine some of our career milestones. There are many milestones. I have taken a few, otherwise it will become too lengthy. Look at our Dashamsha also simultaneously. Both are side by side. Birth chart and Dashamsha, both are side by side. The motherly ancestrally figure became MP for the first time on the Congress ticket in 1984 during our Mercury-Jupiter period. The MDL Mercury is in the Raj Yoga with the 10th Lord Moon in the birth chart. I have already narrated. The ADL Moon is the 10th Lord of professional career. In Dashamsha, MDL Mercury is the 10th Lord. Look, as the 10th Lord and the ADL Moon is in the 10th house from the MDL Mercury. Saturn was transiting Scorpio over the natal 10th Lord Moon and was expecting the Dashamsha 10th Lord Mercury and activated her professional career when she became the MP for the first time in 1984. She formed TMC, means AITMC. TMC, popularly called AITMC, is the official name of the TMC. She formed TMC on 1/1/1998 during her Venus with Saturn, the harbinger of changes, which was transiting in Pisces, aspecting the 8th house of transformation, and the natal Saturn in the horoscope of Mamata Banerjee. In her birth chart, MDL and ADL Venus has been aspecting the 10th house of 10th house of professional career, and in the Dashamsha, Venus is conjoined with the 10th Lord Mercury. Moreover, Venus is in Scorpio, very important point. Moreover, Venus is in Capricorn, both in the birth chart and the Dashamsha, which is the 10th house of Kalpurush Kundli, the master horoscope, and proved to be very favorable for her professional career. She became the Union Railway Minister for the first time on 13/10/1999. Remember the dates or jot down the date. In the Vajpayee-led NDA cabinet. In the Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led NDA cabinet. As she was a blue-white leader or girl of Vajpayee ji. The period was Venus moon. In the birth chart, the MDL Venus has been aspecting the 10th house, and the ADL moon is in the 10th house from the MDL Venus, justifying the event. Saturn was transiting in Aries and was aspecting the 10th house Libra from the MDL Venus, and in the Dashamsha Mercury, the 10th Lord, the Karakabhava Lord of the Dashamsha. The present Vajpayee ji used to describe Mamata Banerjee as goddess Lakshmi, and had also visited her house in a lower middle class locality at Kalighat, Kolkata. In perhaps 2000. Yes, in the year 2000. In the year 2000, breaking the standard prime ministerial protocol out of his affection and respect toward Mamata Banerjee. I am not saying so. I am just quoting from the news available on the internet in a Google search I got. It may be difficult now to search for such highly moral and highly principled personalities as Atal-ji, Advani-ji, and Jyotish. The trio were contemporaries and the main leaders in bringing BJP to the power and the limelight. Only these three leaders, Atal-ji, Advani-ji, and Murli Manohar Joshi-ji, for whom I have very high regards. She again became the Union Railway Minister in UPA 2 under a highly learned and scholarly Prime Minister Manmohan Singh during her Venus-Saturn period on 26th May 2009. MDL Venus has been aspecting the 10th house in the birth chart. ADL Saturn is in the 9th house of the Shamsa and has been aspecting Jupiter, the Lagna Lord of the Dashamsa. This justified the event. Dr. Manmohan Singh shared the common platforms with Mamata Banerjee and praised her work. The present Congress leaders have perhaps forgotten that the TMC once supported them in the government formation at the center. It may be difficult now to search for scholarly leaders like Manmohan Singh, Atal-ji Vajpayee ji, L.K. Advani ji, and Murli Manohar Joshi ji. They were scholarly people, scholarly leaders. They were above the party barricades and above the selfish interest. Their selfish interest, they never compromised with their principles. She became the Chief Minister of Bengal on 20th May 2011 for the first time during her Venus-Mercury, which fulfilled her long cherished aspiration in her career life. She had a long cherished aspiration to become the Chief Minister of West Bengal, and she remains so for 3 terms as the most popular leader in the birth chart. MDL Venus has been aspecting the 10th house, and the ADL Mercury is in the powerful Dharma-Karma-Adhipati Raj Yoga. In Dashamsa, Mercury is the 10th lord, together with Venus in the Capricorn sign, which is also the 10th house of Kalpurush Kundli in the master horoscope. 10th house means Capricorn. You see, Venus is there in the 10th house. Any planet in the 10th house give outstanding result as far as career is concerned. Because 10th house, Capricorn, extremely sorry, in Capricorn. Because Capricorn is the 10th house of Kalpurush Kundli, the master horoscope, which no individual horoscope can bypass. It is the master horoscope. Again, see, the Venus is in the 10th house. I'm wrongly stating. Not 10th house, Capricorn in the Dashamsa, Venus, Mercury. She rose exponentially in her political career, starting as a student leader during her Mercury and Venus Mahadashas, placed in Capricorn in the Dashamsa. And from these 2 days, the 10th house is occupied by the natural benefic moon, the 10th lord of her birth chart, which clearly showed her career growth during these 2 Mahadashas. You see, it is the Capricorn. For Capricorn, the 10th house is always the 7th sign, Libra, and you see moon from both. There is no malefic in the 10th house. And moreover, they are in Capricorn sign. the 10th house of the Kalpurish Kundli, master horoscope. See, without any affliction. So, the smooth career. Learn such technique from me. But you are leaving the presentation without learning. You are ready to learn something not at all valuable by paying money to astrology, other astrological teachers, whereas I am giving you free classes. You will not get anywhere, even in the paid class, such type of tips. So you have to remain sincerely attached to my presentation until the end if you want to learn predictive techniques. Otherwise it will be difficult to give prediction and you will bring bad name to Hindu astrology. I don't want that Hindu astrology should be criticized by others, because this has gone to the hands of some illiterate people. When it is in the hands of educated persons, then it is okay. And with analytical ability. Analysis is the main thing. Researchability. Analysis gives birth to research. Whether you watch or not, it doesn't matter. You will be losing. She faced an electoral debacle in the Bengal poll of 2026, that poll 2026, during her moon Saturn, which I had predicted with full astrological conviction on YouTube a fortnight before the poll dates through one of my astrological videos. You can watch that video also about my predict and learn how to predict career. Look at the MDL moon in the birth chart in Scorpio. MDL moon is in Scorpio, 8th house, 8th number house. Where from the 10th house is Leo, is occupied by malefic Rahu, and the 10th lord Sun is in 212, adverse relationship from the MDL moon. In the Shamsa, the situation is further grim with Ketu in the 10th house from the MDL moon. You see, MDL moon during which period she faced electoral debacle in Bengal poll, in just concluded Bengal poll, is, you see, from moon, the 10th in Dashamsa, the 10th house is Cancer, fourth sign. You see, it is occupied by Ketu. It is occupied by Ketu, afflicted by Ketu, where from she will get the good result. It cannot be expected. Her immediate political career path is likely to be full of struggle, challenges, and reversal during the remaining portion of Moon Mahadasha, perhaps up to 2031. Perhaps. Yes, it is. Perhaps it is up to 2031. I have forgotten. Because of a challenging Ketu in the 10th house from the moon in the Shamsa. So, how beautifully you have learnt everything from me free of cost, free of cost, which you will never get in paid astrological classes. If a person doesn't know, if a person is not an analyst, if a person is not an astrological researcher, how you will teach him all those things? You have to contented with this thing. The conventional astrological sutras from which you cannot predict in complex Kali Yuga. Cannot predict. I tell you, cannot predict, and will bring bad name to the astrology. So if you have liked the video, give a liking and subscribe to the channel so that the channel can grow. Even if you don't subscribe, I will not mind, because you will not be learning. Also comment what you have learned. If you have learned, you stop giving comments also, because YouTube is not taking this kind of brilliant astrological content before the enough number of viewers, because it is a commercial platform. YouTube is a commercial platform. They will not take such brilliant content before the viewers. If I do not pay them, whatever they are doing, they are doing on payment basis by taking money from the what is called creators, where the creator is interested to take their videos before large number of viewers. There is a prompt always. You will, if you are a this thing creator, you will get there is a prompt in the YouTube when you will upload your videos. Please promote, means please pay. Why I should pay you, brother? Why I should pay where my content is so brilliant? I will not pay. I have made it for those who are serious students in astrology. They will learn something. And I want to share my knowledge. I do not want to keep my astrological knowledge secrets, because I don't give personal prediction by taking money from anybody. Normally nil. Normally it is nil. I am only in the academic pursuit. I am not a commercial astrologer or a professional astrologer. Otherwise, I would not have shared my such brilliant predictive technique, exceptional predictive techniques with free with my viewers. So if you have liked the video, please subscribe to the channel so that channel can grow and YouTube doesn't become able to kill my channel as they are doing now. It is the request to my subscriber and those who will be subscriber in future. I invariably give reply to all your comments. You know, even comments on the old videos, if it comes before me. So, Jai Sri Ram. Jai Sri Ram.